Let me know if you can relate to this story. This past Thursday, I was trying to be productive as usual, do all the good habits, you know, but I found I could barely lift my ass off this seat, let alone lift my fingers to the fretboard of a guitar. I honestly couldn't figure out what had happened. I'd slept well, I hadn't drank coffee that morning, so no caffeine crash, and I even did my ultimate CEO morning routine, meditation, everything. So it got to 1 p.m. and I was like, what the fuck's happened? I'm literally sitting here like a couch potato, I can barely move. Do you want to know the one thing that had changed and that was destroying my productivity and energy levels? I realized over the next couple days that the only thing that had changed was that morning when I had no productivity, it was because I'd eaten carbs in the morning. Now, I know you weren't expecting to maybe hear about carbs and diet in a video like this. You might think of music productivity as being, oh, doing 30-minute scales and then 30 minutes of improvisation, then 40 minutes of arpeggios, then an hour of ear training. But nah, like, if you can't even arrive at your instrument because of your diet and things like this, it's never going to work. It doesn't matter how many things you do on your instrument, your body's just not capable of even showing up. So I'm going to relay the three things which I've found recently that have absolutely skyrocketed my music productivity, and they're currently helping me to record an album, to maintain this YouTube channel that you're watching, and to build my tutoring business all from the ground up, from nothing, which, it demands a lot of effort. So the first one is simply your diet. And so many people underestimate how much diet affects your productivity and affects your energy levels throughout the day, even just your general mood and outlook on life. It's funny because having a carb crash has kind of become a meme, and it's like, oh yeah, after my lunch I can't do anything. I ate that pizza and now I'm basically a useless sack of shit. But it's like, do you really want to end up like that? If you're trying to do big things, like maybe you're recording an album, maybe you want to become an amazing guitar player, you want to become the next Keith Jarrett on piano, it's not possible if you don't treat your body the way it should be treated. And you are what you eat. So if you input shit, you get shit output. And your fingers will not listen to you if you even manage to turn up at your instrument. Energy is simply the worst thing that you can lose as someone who's trying to do things in life. Energy is all you've got, really. Your strength of will and your energy. You have to turn up and do hard things. If it's meaningful, it's never going to be just easy and simple. It's going to take effort. It's going to take a war. And if you're fighting a war after eating a pizza, you've not got much chance. So how do I deal with this? Basically, my diet is as close to carnivore as I can do without losing my mind. You can also do a ketogenic diet, a whole food diet. You basically want to do a whole food diet, right? But in the morning specifically, do not eat carbs. Do not. Because this time window between when you wake up to when you eat should be just free. And then until your tea time, then I'd say, okay, have some carbs, wind down, drop the energy levels and start relaxing. Fair enough. But at the start of the day is your most powerful weapon to advance your life. And you're ruining it every day by eating simple carbs. So since I've adopted this diet, my energy's come back to me in a big way. It just maintains steadily throughout the whole day. And no matter what, even if I do eat a meal, I'm going to lose some productivity. I'm going to lose some energy and focus. But it really minimizes the damage and, just focus on damage control. And then instead of going from 100% to 50% output, you go from 100 to 90. It's a humongous difference, and I urge you to try it out. Hack number 2 is intermittent fasting. Basically, this is when you have that final meal in the day, say 7 p.m., 6 p.m., you want to just cut it at that. So all you can have after that point is water. And then when you wake up in the morning, say 9 a.m., most people run straight to the coffee. They go straight to it. And I urge you, like, give it a minute, okay? Then you can have your coffee like later on in the day. Andrew Huberman says to wait about an hour and a half. So you can do that. If you really have to have your coffee, have it black coffee, because this maintains your fast. And it means that you don't drop in energy because you're not processing food. It's a very energy demanding process, just simply digesting food. So the longer you can stay fasted, the better for your productivity and the better progress you will make as a musician. This is why it's so important. The final thing, the third hack, is related to intermittent fasting, and it is eat the frog. And what does this mean, eat the frog? I want you to think of this like a frog's pretty like disgusting thing to eat, right? So you eat the frog in the morning. You do that one task that's going to push you so far ahead, that big lever moving task that's going to take you towards your goals, but it demands a lot of mental energy. You do that first thing. If you can do it without even having a shower or anything like that, just go sit down, smelly fucking body, and just type away. Do it. That is, you will destroy that work. You will do it in an instant. It will seem like child's play. The reason why I do this especially is because of a thing, is basically because your willpower is limited. It's finite. You don't have an infinite amount of willpower every day. There's only so many difficult things you can do. And you can build up your discipline and your willpower, but you will naturally have your own limits right now. Everyone has their own limits, even David Goggins. Maybe not David Goggins, but you do the hardest possible thing in the morning. Eat the frog. So don't eat anything. If you are going to eat later on after you've eaten the frog, you know, not actually eating the frog. But if you are going to eat something, don't eat carbs. Try and maintain that 0 carbs because your body can process it rapid. Carbs are really labor intensive on your gut and they destroy your brain power. If you can take all of these hacks, try and intertwine them, you know, implement this stuff slowly because it does take time. I'm with you, trust me. It took me ages to get off of carbs in the morning, you know, having your roll or whatever, like sausage and on a roll with some bread or something, you know. But we want to go towards like maybe just bacon and eggs, and that's it, or like a steak, or just any other 0 carb alternative. And you want to fast as long as possible. So I do 6 p.m. until 12 p.m. right now. So that's a 16-hour fast or an 18-hour fast. 18-hour fast. So do that, and then you'll have so much time just to have incredible output. And finally, eat the frog and just do the hardest thing in the morning. So as always, I've got the Discord down below. If you want to meet like-minded musicians on the path of self-development, then just click the link below and I'll see you there. Take care.